Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to a special housing report. Today we've gotten figures from the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand on what the median house price has done, not just nationally but by region as well. In September, the median house price was steady at $330,000. You can see here though, it's coming off its peak. Prices are down about 6.3% from the peak in November last year, and the growth rate has obviously fallen off a cliff. It's gone from nearly 10% about a year ago to obviously minus 6% now. But volumes rose slightly in September from August, and some people are saying this might be the beginning of spring. We also saw a slight fall in the number of days to sell. But remember, this was to the end of September, and October has been very gloomy, with the credit crunch globally dominating market attention and banks beginning to tighten their lending procedures quite a lot. It's also interesting to see that the median may well be skewed a bit by the number of sales going through of expensive houses. Remember, for owner-occupied houses, where people who've previously owned and built up a lot of equity choose to buy maybe sideways or a bit higher, they've got a lot of equity in their house, don't need to borrow much easier to get a deal done. Whereas some of the lower priced houses tend to be first home buyers or property investors who are borrowing a lot, 80, 90% plus. Well, those 80 and 90% home loans are much harder to find now. So what we're seeing is the number of houses being sold near the bottom of the market, so between $200,000 and $400,000, they're not going through, or if they are, they're going through at lower prices. But there are proportionally more houses going through above 400,000. We've seen that proportion of 400,000 plus house sales rise from 30% a year ago to 34% now. So that suggests the median has been skewed somewhat by this move to more sales of more expensive houses. That suggests that house price median, stuck at 330,000, is in reality, what's actually happening on the ground, slightly lower. Remember, we here at interest.co.nz are saying that house prices are likely to fall 30% from November 2007, the peak, to November 2009. And we're well on the way to that, particularly with the global credit crunch getting more serious by the day. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was a special report on housing.